Mr. Sakarias or Sakris Topelius, Topelius in Finnish or Finnicized form Sakari Topelius, was a Swedish-speaking Finnish author, journalist, historian, and rector, that is, headmaster of the University of Helsinki, who wrote novels related to Finnish history and numerous fairy tales for children in Swedish. He was born in January 1818 in the western Finnish coastal city of Uusikarleby or New Karleby. He died in March 1898 in the southern Finnish coast town of Sipoo, near Helsinki. From his mother's side, he was of partial Jewish ancestry. At the age of 11, he was sent to school in the northern Finnish coastal city of Oulu and boarded with relatives in the possession of a lending library, where he nurtured his fantasy with the reading of novels. He moved to Helsinki in 1831 and became a member of the circle of young nationalist men surrounding Johan Ludvig Runeberg, in whose home he stayed for some time. He became a student at the Helsinki University in 1833, receiving his master's degree in 1840, the licentiate degree in 1844, and was made a doctor of philosophy in 1847. Through the intervention of a friend, Fredrik Symneus, Topelius was named Professor Extraordinary of the History of Finland at the university in 1853. He was made the first ordinary professor of Finnish, Russian, and Nordic history in 1863 and exchanged this chair for the one in general history in 1876. He was rector or headmaster of the university from 1875 to 1878, when he retired as emeritus professor or fully served professor. Quite early in his career, he began to distinguish himself as a lyric poet with 3 successive volumes of his Heather Blossoms from 1845 to 1854. The earliest of his historical romances was The Duchess of Finland, published in 1850. He was also the editor-in-chief of the Helsingfors Gazette, or Helsinki Gazette, from 1841 to 1860. One of his most famous, most popular books was The Tales of a Barber Surgeon, episodes of historical fiction from the days of the Swedish King Gustav II Adolf and the 30 Years' War, starting with the Battle of Breitenfeld in 1631 to those of the Swedish King Gustav III, who made a coup in 1772 and made Sweden once again absolute monarchy. This book appeared at intervals between 1853 and 1867. Topelius aimed at the cultivation of a strong Finnish patriotism. He also was a devout Christian, and in his stories and fairy tales he stressed the importance of the fear of God and obedience to parents. Many of his works employed esoterical allegories, that is, allegories drawing from various religions, harking to ancient mysteries and perhaps Rosicrucian and alchemical themes, but on the other hand, some of his short works examined the effects of the strong industrialization of Finnish society which he saw during his middle and old age.